Hello everybody, Swimdude11 here, and welcome back to Super Cat Bros. Last time we were on the icy levels. They were difficult, but in reality I just sucked at the game, like usual. But anyways, now we are getting into, if not in my opinion, one of the hardest worlds basically. The gimmick here is you usually think lava would kill you right off the bat if you touch it. No, you do get another chance though, but do be warned that you do get a chance, but you need to act very fast. It's like a pixel of invincibility before you're basically a goner. So yeah, I guess there's the openness, not the openness of that, or whatever I just said, but basically what the fuck was that cut? No, actually, what the actual F was that cut past me? You saw that as well, right? What the hell was that cut? Oh my god. I'm gonna keep it in. Jesus Christ. That cut though. Also, yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure when I recorded this, this was a last minute thing I wanted to do today, and I was like, oh, okay, Super Cat Bros isn't that hard. It's an easy baby game. How hard could this be?
It was the hardest fucking world.
Oh yeah, so by the way, I immediately died. Here's a little summary of what happened right there. But yeah, I thought this was gonna be easy. This is the first fucking level. And I died a total of 10 times. You only saw a couple. I also want to remind you that in the first game here, your lives are based off of hearts. Which means if you lose a heart, you have to wait a certain amount of time before you can try again. You have 5 hearts. Once that's all gone, you either have to pay up or watch a video. In my case, I watched a video, but I immediately fudged and failed again. And it was money the second time. And yeah, so now, so I passed the first level finally after using a golden cat. But yeah, that was the end of the first day. Yeah, so I did one level, and it only took me, yeah, just took me one level to rage quit at this game. I don't know if it was just because I'm just playing horribly here, but I don't know. Either way, this is day 2 of trying this world. I already didn't have good memories of it during the first one, but yeah. We also did find a secret exit, but then again, like I said, most of the shit can be found very easily. Most of the gimmicks that you have seen up to this point are implemented. You see flowers, you see things that you can burrow through, make sure you destroy them. You never know if there's gonna be a bell inside these. Again, this does not need a guide. I'm just doing this just to have, I guess, closure with the fact of this, just knowing that I did everything in this series before we moved on to, if not, right now I am halfway through with Super Cat Tells You, and I can already tell you that I'm so glad I did the order I did, because we went from a possibility to a demo that showed potential to the first one being showing the foundation and introducing all these new concepts, but never really building upon it. And finally, Super Cat Tales 2, I feel like reimagines everything that was here in the first game and actually does something with it. It's not that I wouldn't say that this game didn't do anything for this series, but I feel like some of the concepts here were really had potential, is the best way to put it. Super Cat Tales 2, though, is, if not one of the best games in this series right now. I don't know if the newest one will eventually blow the other one out of the water, but if I had to say one thing, it has a lot of work. That's for sure. It has a lot of ground to make. And I'm only halfway through with Super Cat Tales 2, and I'm already praising for what it is. I don't think the fact that I died again really sucks. So yeah, I got fed up with it. I immediately grabbed my Super Cat Rose, my Super Cat Invincibility, or Superstar, or whatever you want to call it basically here, and I decided to have some fun by killing all the enemies and not having to worry about lava and stuff. Of course, at this point, as you can actually see here, you can actually see me, actually I would have died there, but I was gonna say, now I'm playing the game perfectly fine, and maybe it was just all in my mind, but yeah. Again, Super Cat Tales 2, I'm having a blast with it. It's a shame that I couldn't got to it a lot sooner to have fun with it. But the fact that, once again, I wanted to say quickly, was due to the fact that I ended up basically losing the recording. Well, not losing it, but, well, technically, yeah, I lost it to basically corruption for it. But yeah, I wasn't really happy to have to restart it. And I was already trying to recover from the first game here, because, like I said, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. It was an alright game that really put me off some, so yeah. I was wrong to doubt the series. I will not make that mistake again, but yeah. Maybe I should have, in reality, maybe I should have just started with the first game and got to see the better and even the better. Because I know there are things in Super Cat Tales 2 that doesn't come to the newest one, but I don't know. I feel like my way of how I played through the series was just because, I don't know, it gave me a bit more give me a better view on what this game is, what it was meant to be, and how it was built, per se. I know I haven't been talking too much about this game itself, but for a majority, again, I will talk about a bell if it's actually somewhat difficult to actually get. But for the most part, all these bells are right out in the open. You saw that one bell, you needed a cat, go get it. You see that jar? This here took me a couple of tries, unfortunately. Again, that comes with this. Unfortunately, it took me about, I wanted to say 4 tries here. I don't know what it was with this world, but yeah. It was giving me some damn trouble. I don't know why, it was just doing that. I will admit that some of the bells are better hidden, But that's all I really will give. Most of these bells are easy to spot and see. Then it's just up to, I guess, the challenge of getting to said bell. And I will say, I was having trouble with doing this, but that was probably just due to me just being bad at the game. This game's been out for 10 years. I'm pretty sure there's somebody who has already speedrun this game. But yeah. I guess the only other concept that I haven't really glossed over yet would be the time system. I know that may sound stupid, but every time you get hit here, you get time added to your total time. What does that mean? Basically, anyways, so quick note, as you can see, I rage quit for another day, so we're on day 3 now, and we only have done 4 levels, so that's nice to know that this world was not easy. But yeah, going back to the time concept, the fact that if you get hit by an enemy, your time goes on. I guess there was the fun ideal of where if you wanted to, you could try to see how fast you could beat it. There was penalization for getting hit by enemies, which actually made it somewhat fun. I think if I did a no-hit run of this game, I actually would say that this game is actually difficult, because this is the only game where you legitimately cannot kill the enemies unless you basically, I wouldn't say cheat per se, but either you buy infinite, basically an infinite Super Cat Bros, where you basically can never be killed, or you get good at the game. Basically, this is, trust me, some of these enemy patterns are a bit harder. I have gone back to it, and I would say at best I've gone through maybe the first 3 worlds before actually getting hit once. That sounds pretty sounds pretty good, but you gotta remember that most of the time these, what is it? Worlds, and yeah, not worlds, but levels are pretty short. Also, I don't know why past me is still collecting coins. I guess at this point I was just trying to make sure to be on top of things, just in case that there was like, oh, you need this many coins to get everything, or so and so, because up to the last, not the last 2 games, but the other 2 games really do heavily base on coins, as well as grinding, which really sucks. We'll get there to that point, but let me just say, for both the Super Cat Tales 2 and the demo of Pause, I had to, there were numerous days where I had to grind and shit just to, well, not only to make progress, but to also, yeah, just make progress, because at some points you are unfortunately required to get all the bells and you can't just keep going on. So eventually I actually had to go back, because I got all the bells that were already out and open, but the ones that had actual tools I didn't get yet. But yeah, so as you can see here, this is everything you can buy. This is what I was talking about, the unlimited lives in 199. It's, I guess, not too bad. Everything plus all gates unlocked for the, I don't know. Again, when I play these games, especially on mobile games, I never buy in-game purchases. The only game that I've ever bought and purchased for was actually Pokemon Go, and recently Super Cat Tales 2, and that was mainly due to the fudging ads basically being like non-stop annoying. Like legitimately I could not go without like 30 seconds of another ad just popping up out of nowhere. And especially if you're trying to like record this stuff for YouTube and shit, it's not a fun time. But yeah, also, yeah, I don't know. The story here, there is not much of a story. You and your brothers and one sister basically got trapped on this, I guess, island? Not really island, more say world, I guess. And the ideal here is that you want to get back home. The monkeys, I thought were originally going to be the main antagonists for this game, but that never was the case. They showed up for the beach, second world, and they haven't been present since, even though they are theoretically responsible for you being here in the first place. I did find that kind of odd, but yeah. As far as story goes here, besides that one inconsistency there, you're basically on a new I assume you're on new territory that you have no clue about. This is a completely new adventure for you and your brother and sister. The only thing is, though, is I have to wonder. I guess the idea of the brothers and sister wasn't lining up to what the creator wanted to do with the story afterwards. But basically, they went a complete different direction with this, and not the second game, yeah, the second game basically. And the best thing I could say would be that I think it was for the best, but still, it always did weird me out. Again, I haven't done too much with this. Also, I don't know actually how to get this bell, so I used the golden CAD, but yeah, I don't know. Oh, by the way, this was, I thought that maybe I would need Ollie for this, which is the cat you get for the final world. But no, that was not the case. I could not figure out for the life of me how the hell you got over there fast enough. Because Alex is technically the fastest cat, and everybody else's abilities are for something else. But yeah, couldn't make it. So eventually I did get the bell. As you can see, we're leaving it for the time being. That would be the last bell in the game that I needed to get, actually. Unless, no, I didn't leave one out. That was the last bell I needed to get, but I assumed that I needed Ollie or something. I don't know, maybe for his like flight or something, but there wasn't really anything you could. I guess if you went at the right time and you try to fly, but it was too narrow though, so, and it wasn't like it disappeared right away on that. So I really don't know how you would have gotten that bell. It's like the one bell that, I don't want to say it, but I hate to think that was like the one actual bell that you needed to use the invincible cat for. And if that was the case, I don't know if back in the day you could just watch an ad to get the invincible cat, because, well, again, this game is 10 years old, and it was not until recently that I re-picked it up and stuff, and I don't remember too much from those other years. Also, we got another chase scene here. This one, I have to say, I don't know what it was with this world, but this had to be, if not the hardest world to me. Maybe if I come back on a playthrough where I'm not recording shit, this may not be as bad, but I don't know. Legitimately, I could not dodge a single fudging fireball this guy was throwing at me. Also, fun fact, there are bells around here. For extra challenge, you should try to get these while you're being chased by the dragon. I personally didn't because I kept getting hit every single time I left cover. I immediately got hit. I was trying to figure out how to get it, but then I eventually said, fudge it. I'm just going to outrun the dragon, and if I need to come back here, I'll just have a montage of my death and shit. But unfortunately, that's where it ends. The dragon stops following you, and just like the fish boss from World 2, you can come back to collect said bells, which are only 2 of them. So yeah, pretty easy to get. Just do the dragon chase, and the moment he flies up, just go run back and get those bells. I would have found it very interesting while running back if suddenly the dragon respawned and would bar you with fireballs and penalizing you for trying to out-trick the AI. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Hope you liked it. Bye!